Die! Go! Die!
What do you need, sir?
Hey, HANS.
Cut the foolery, Henry.
What happened?
They stole von Bergoff's favour. I'm a dead man.
You mean von Bergoff's horse?
No.
Eh?
I, his bloody horse.
All right, I understand.
Easy for you to say, but once it gets out...
I'm sure it won't be so.
Oh, you're sure?
Well, I'd like to help you.
It won't be that hard. I caught them in the act. The others hightailed.
And the one you caught snitched on the rest.
Well, at first he didn't want to, while he was still breathing, that is.
What?
It was an accident. I wanted to hand him over. I suppose I was...
Well...
Keep it to yourself. If you help me...
What if the bandits...
That won't be so. It's von Bergoff's horse, and I'm more afraid they'll try to... If only they knew...
Fine.
I reckon you'll have...
I'll see what...
Thank... Good day.
Greetings to you two.
Ka! 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 Quick! Ja! Ja! Quick! Quick! Go! Go! Ja! Ja! Go! Quick! Go! Ja!
Whoa, whoa.
Silly doggy.
I've got good news.
I don't, Henry. If not for
Well,
and and if you ever want,
I will. What's new?
nothing much. If you're looking
I need to...
as you, but it will.
I changed my mind. What's...
Nothing. If you.
God bless you.
I was glad to be. Helped you, sir. You silly doggy. dob you in.
Look, just drop it, will you? Gossiping about it won't do any...
What would you like?
I'd like my...
As you wish, but it will take...
I'll pay... Here are you.
Thank you very... Now! You two can get going now.
Hey, doggy.
Is something wrong?
Soon will be.
Can I?
Stop!
Show your stuff.
Pretty good. The finest flag. Come and take your pick. Ribbons of all colours. Last chance.
Easy. Easy. Nice and slow. Whoa.
Good afternoon, sir. This could...
Christ almighty.
Welcome! I was just about to close up shop. You got here just in time.
Easy. Easy. Nice and slow. Whoa.
Excuse me. Ow! What about?
You almost ran me over.
Ow! Are you trying to run me over, you idiot?
Slow down, idiot. Don't you know how to keep your
The
horse?
sitting cat. Are you blind?
Let it be known that a new one of tax is to be levied in this city. I know that times are hard, and none of us...
Easy. Good horse. Whoa.
Greetings, Henry. What are you all dressed up for?
By the way, like you were saying,
My favourite book. Pray tell, did you find it?
as I wandered through the fortress, I stumbled upon von Bergov's chambers, and there it lay. Red leather, gold inlay, just as you said.
You really found it?
thank you, thank you, thank you. By the way, did you have any time to leaf through it and see what it's about?
Actually not.
That's too bad.
Why do you think so?
I just think you might find some, not in absolutely everything. Look, you've never thought about writing.
Me? By the
My favourite.
as I want, and there it lay.
You really,
I read a bit.
what did you...
While reading it, I thought the writing...
Really?
Well, yeah. As if I knew the writer himself. Or herself.
Women writing books.
Why not? I bet they would write better than many men.
Such audacity.
More like experience. I once helped with copying.
I can imagine. A person does all that work.
Waste of time.
Not just time, about...
Hold on.
I did. Look, you've never thought about writing something.
Me? And what would I write?
How should I know? Poetry, a novel, a treatise, or a whole book?
That's a tempting notion. Who knows? In another life, I might have become a writer.
Wouldn't you want to at least give it a try?
I suppose I'm not quite sure where you're going with...
There are still a few blank pages left, so
That sounds great.
we'll have plenty of light and privacy in my chamber.
My pleasure.
How should I start?
You haven't thought of anything yet?
Now, I have many ideas, but we must contribute in equal part.
Both? Well, fine.
Just tell me what you'd like to read about. I'll take careful...
There are heaps of stories about...
All right, a woman then.
Such as...
Tell me one trait that is important.
Well, I admire courage in girls. They're weaker than men, and life...
Do you know one like that?
How could I not? After all, I'm looking at her.
You think I'm brave? Father says I'm more rash, always acting before thinking.
Well, nobody's perfect. But in my opinion, you're certainly...
Enough, you flatterer, or I shall blush. Let's say we write about a woman who is... Would she do it for herself?
Make her brave for someone she loves. That's much more commendable than if she were only thinking of herself.
You can't disagree with that. And to make things a little more interesting, because forbidden fruit... Well, just about...
Well, let's have a look.
Not yet.
What?
A picture. I don't trust myself, especially if you'll be my model.
What? And what on earth do I have to do?
Lie on the ground on your stomach and swing your legs. But not much. Like you're lazing around.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too bad.
Well, now
Finally.
your suffering is over. Come take a look at what we've... So what about that story of ours?
That's nice. A bit didactic, but not to the point of sermons for ordinary people working as...
You see, when I lead mass one of these days, I'll certainly think of you. And what about the sketch? For such a slapdash...
Oh, it's pretty, really.
I know, but otherwise, I think we can be quite satisfied.
Well. And for that matter, you're an interesting girl, and I'd like to get to know you a little better.
No beating around the bush. How about that? Please do stop by sometime. I wager it would be enlightening for both of us. Perhaps I can show you my collection of hunting trophies.
You said you could...
If you ask nicely.
Very well then, Lady Know-It-All.
That depends on what your interest, or if you prefer act. But I warn you in advance. So,
I'd like to... What's the...
you'd better be...
Could you teach...
Of course, but I warn... So,
I'd like you to... You...
I prefer...
Will you teach... Easy, easy. Nice and slow.
Let it be known that a new one of tracks is to be levied in this city.
Whoa!
Oh, you much.
God bless.
I better not forget about that council assembly.
I'm sorry.
Nice and slow.
but I've taste, but I burger, so I
see you eat.
Our fearless fighters will first compete in sword and shield combat.
Careful.
Coordination and timing is paramount in duels like these. Now let's see which of the contenders has mastered the art better. Men who could easily make war their trade will now be competing for Lady Fortune's favor. Henry of Skalitz, a skilled fighter and a good friend of Gutenberg and all its people. Some of you may have already had the honor of meeting him. In today's tournament, he wants to prove that the rumors about his prowess are all true. Now his skills will be put to the test by a tough bruiser who's well known across the town. King of the morons, idiot of idiots himself, Karel Kamir is the real gem of this tournament. His noggin's so thick, not even a hammer blow can knock him out. And he's decided to put that talent to good use today.
Carol, move quick!
Watch closely. We'll now see whose skill proves to be greater.
Fantastic!
Contenders, get to it. End of duel. First contender overpowered his opponent in the first round. Henry! Let's wish him luck in the next round. And his rival, too. He may still turn the duel around.
Glory to the victor!
Aye, good start!
Contenders, forward!
Come give me a hug!
I feel quite hungry!
End of duel! Lady Fortune has fairly decided to award the second victory to the stronger of the two contenders, Henry of Skalitz! All that remains now is to see the duel of Lady Fortune's favorites. Henry of Skalitz, who has already triumphed once today. And surely he will face an equally brave warrior. Master Butcher Emeram, who will taste the glory and who will feel the sting of defeat. That will soon be decided. Let your steel ring! Fight!
Bravo!
End of duel! Our brave contender secured the first victory! Henry of Skalitz! Victory's within his reach, but things are far from over. His opponent surely won't go down without a fight. No time to lose. Get to it.
It wasn't very good.
End of duel.
Greetings.
I'm sorry.
You really wiped the floor with them, one after another. I'll have to bet.
People of Gutenberg, behold his shield, an impenetrable wall, his sword, a punishing weapon, an undefeated and unmatched fighter. The time has come for our contenders to put their skills with the long...
Give me the...
Take
It is
care.
a noble and dangerous weapon. Mastering it is no easy feat, as it is a great honor to behold the skill and courage of those who have done so.
Can't get any better than this.
And now, two great fighters.
All right.
Head-to-head.
This is already sharp.
My word.
Winner of the
Got quite a
sword and
skilled
shield
swordsman.
discipline, Henry of Skalitz. And who's going to face him? Zdeněk of the Gate, an honest miner who will have huge support today. He promised to donate all his winning to the construction of St. Barbara's Cathedral. Enjoy the duel that will soon follow.
Yes! Yes!
Glory! That's right, just like that!
Contenders, forward!
As he should
That's
be!
right. Just like that. Death!
End of duel! Fierce contender overpowered his opponent in the first round. Henry! Henry! It seems Lady Luck is on his side. Let's see how fickle she is today.
One more time. Just like that.
Glory to the King! Keep it up!
The victor.
Ready?
Beat him up even more
Fight!
nicely.
Well-deserved victory!
No mercy.
End of duel! Lady Fortune has fairly decided to award the second victory to the stronger of the two contenders. Henry. Now we'll see a fight between men who are no strangers to blades. Master Butcher, Emeram. We know our first contender. Now let's see who'll pit his strengths against him.
That's it, champ.
Kval the Pole, a brave and stocky miner who fears nothing on or under this earth, least of all his opponent. May God and fortune. We already know the winner of the sword and shield discipline. And now we have two brave contenders vying for victory in the longsword discipline. Henry of Skalitz, welcome him once more. Now his skills will be put to the test by a tough bruiser who's well known across the town.
Henry is the I bet
Master
on
Butcher, Emeram.
Don't mess around!
you. You're the
May the best
greatest.
man win.
Glory to Henry! Blessed!
Fantastic.
Bravo. Bravo.
Contenders, get to it.
Yes!
Ah! He's fucking good. What did he do? I wasn't looking.
You can do with this sword, That's fighting. That's dancing. Master!
The blade was singing!
Show what you're made of.
End of duel. In the first first duel went to this skillful swordsman who displayed truly beautiful technique. The sword and shield discipline. Contenders, forward!
For the cross!
Win by stalling 5 damage.
That's skill. I'm surprised the other bloke's still standing.
Blade was singing!
Bravo! What a spectacle! That's not fighting.
End of duel! It's over! All hail the victor of the longsword discipline, who proved his mastery of the blade. Winner of the sword and shield discipline, Henry of Skalitz. Now, for the
Careful.
last discipline of today's tournament.
My word.
The con-
I want to...
Great. All right. See you later, my friend.
Now, we'll see a duel between two men, neither of whom is to be trifled with. Henry of Skalitz, welcome him once more. And which worthy opponent has Lady Fortune chosen for him? Matthew the Minter. He entered the tournament to win over the heart of a fair maiden whose name he was too shy to reveal. But we all wish him luck and hope Dorothy will reward his bravery. Watch closely. We'll now see whose skill proves to be greater.
Glory to God!
Bravo!
Fantastic!
Ready? Go for it.
For glory!
End of duel. For yourselves, which contender handles his weapon better? Today's longsword champion, Henry of Skalitz. Let's wish him luck in the next round. And his rival, too. He may still turn the duel around. For the glory of Gutenberg, let the duel begin. End of duel. The Lord has decided who will be humbled and to whom will be granted a second victory. Henry of Skalitz. Now, our honorable swordsmen will show off their skills. Now, let's move on to the final duel between the finest warriors we have seen today. Today's longsword champion, Henry of Skalitz. he will face an equally brave warrior, Deniek of the Gate.
Come and pound me.
I wish both of you the best of luck and a steady arm.
God bless! Hurrah! Fantastic!
Glory to Kuttenberg.
Ready? Fight!
For glory!
End of duel! Our brave contender secured the first victory. Henry of Skalitz! It seems Lady Luck is on his side. Let's see how fickle she is today. Let your steel ring! Fight!
For glory!
End of duel! People of Gutenberg, behold, undefeated and indomitable, nimble and strong. Those are the qualities of today's free combat champion. Today's longsword champion, Henry of Skalitz. Hear ye, people of Gutenberg. The glory of Gutenberg has grown greatly today, and so has the glory of the local swordsmen. Our contenders fought honorably and fairly and deserve your thanks. Look forward to the next tournament, and I wish that many of you good townspeople will find the courage to stand in the arena as well.
Lady Fortune
And for
really
those of
smiled
you
on you today.
learn the art, the Swordsman's Guild will happily assist you.
Leave it till the last moment.
God be with you, good people of Gutenberg.
I apologize.
Careful. Apparently, the city council.
What'll it be? Certainly.
I'd like.
My-
Well, I really.
Excellent.
I-
You.
I hope you enjoyed that. I like it when a man is satisfied. And come back again any time. I'd be happy to see you. Look.
I thought it was old Bart. But then I heard him coughing his lungs up in the yard again today.
Not a chance.
Christ!
Easy, good horse. Whoa, whoa.
May God give you help.
What would you like?
Hey, innkeeper, that beer.
Show me.
Thank you, sir. And
I'd like to...
which one do you...
I'll pay the full... Here you are.
Excellent. One of my assistants in the meantime. Don't forget to get some proper tack as well.
Beautiful horse.
Taking so long.
I'm sorry.
Hey, where's the... Service is trying to slow today.
Christ wounds, mind where you're going.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. Excuse me.
I'm going to see the Mint Master.
Any fool could say that.
I have an appointment with him.
All right, go ahead then.
Glad to see you again.
You have the gall to show me.
Hold your horses. Actually, I have a...
You've come to Black.
Call it what you like.
The assembly. The one
Sigismund's just a usurper.
singing Ruthard's song, eh? I might have... And tell the truth.
I want to know what Sigismund...
You want to spy? Forget it.
Have you forgotten I have you over a...
All right, all right. If I get you into the council, and that will be the...
How about a few groschen?
You're worse than a horse dealer. You can get into the council assembly. He's roughly although...
Who's the...
Franta's his name. Which reminds me, otherwise you will...
What will I need to work as a waiter?
Fast feet and good manners.
Excuse me?
Or do you think you can serve the king?
Well, no. But I never heard about any live.
Our usual waiter had a...
Where can I find...
He's supposed to pick up his new... That is...
At the what?
That German alehouse.
What would work on him? How can I...
Would you like me to give you a letter for him? I told you.
I'll be going then.
Just make...
Nice and slow.
Don't you know how to keep your horse under control? Hey! Do you want that horse to trample me?
Are you blind?
Oh, Kurva! Don't ride among me!
Whoa, whoa.
My respect.
Visible or something. Good evening, my friend. What do you need?
You must be Franta Cooldown.
I am.
I'm Henry. I heard you're...
I am.
But the thing is, that job is...
Look here. Them councillors stuffing their faces, and why would you want to stick...
I want to see the king.
Why's that?
Well, I heard a lot about him. How he won lots of battles, how he's courageous.
And as bad-tempered as... The more I think of... To begin with, you'll need confirmation that you... Look here. Do you have any idea what's expected?
Of course.
All right. Now, show the confirmation to the head butler.
That makes sense.
And you'll need a waiter's I didn't get round to picking it up.
Thanks.
You better not. Take care.
To your health, my friends.
Wie geht's, mein Herr?
What's
Nicht viel. If you are look...
Show me.
I hope you'll find what you're looking for next time.
What are you doing, you whistler? Christ! Boons! What's up with that horse?
Easy. Good horse.
Don't you know how to keep your horse?
Whoa.
And maybe next time I'll even fight. I've been taking
One beer.
lessons at the THÄT, and I've learned quite a bit already.
It's Deliverance. Just the rules of their trade. Brave men who can take up arms and...
Easy. Nice and slow. Easy, easy. Nice and slow.
What are friends for if not to help? Good doggy. Good boy.
Go.
At your service, sir.
Gepriesen sei der. What do you need?
Wiedersehen, mein Herr.
You have a kind master.
Embroidery,
Hey, Matt.
silk embroidery, ribbons of all colours.
No more shopping here. You're in the clear. Strong rains, fine saddles.
We've got enough to go around. Anything you need.
Is this your first time riding a horse?
Watch
Good
out!
God! Watch where you're going. And take the gander. We've got it all.
Good morning.
Good day. Careful.
The finest wares. The finest mug. No other. Melt on your tongue.
I'm sorry.
Oh, from the finest leather.
Come closer. White.
The city council will be convening soon. I better get a move on.
Eyes like no other. Melt on your tongue like butter.
God bless you.
I'll have a look.
Linen canvas.
Pears!
Finest
Delicious
canvas.
pears! Juicy pears!
Buy two. Come and take a
What do you need, my...
Not enough to go around. Anything you need.
Silk thread. Take a look. Quality goods here.
Bread.
The best wares on the market. Come and take a look.
My respects.
Same to you.
What would you like?
I hear one front.
Aye, the finest. I spent the best part, but it was worth it.
Is it happy? Franta. He gave me. Would you?
Finest wear.
A fine day for some.
Was it worth it?
Franta cooled down.
Franta's not come.
He got poised. He's writhing in.
Oh, we can't be without a... So, have you got Franta...
Sure.
You know a good way to buy without a tunic, and have you forgotten you can put your You don't want to be dragged. The royal waiters...
Here I am.
Let's have a look. You know a good way without it, and have you can put your... You don't... The royal...
Here I...
Let's have a look. You've got a tunic, yeah. You can put your steel aside in front. You don't want to be dragging a load if you're running everything as it Do you know what your duties are? For an inexperienced greenhorn.
Well, I'll happily...
I should certainly... Now listen. A good waiter should, in short, behave as if... But when one of the gentlemen calls for wine, you'll find the pitchers on a table by the door to the chapel. White Tokai or red monastery wine.
White or red, by the door to the chapel. Got it.
But for Councillor Adam of Zar, when he drinks, he just... We can't allow that to...
All right. Sir Adam of Zarjit stays dry.
And if the king himself wants wine, you pour for him with lowered eye.
Remember
that too, but... And in general...
Oh?
Well, yeah. Understood?
Absolutely.
Correct. But you'll manage.
I know everything.
Excellent. Put away.
The city reserves are in urgent need.
There are the pictures of wine.
Unversüglich.
Hopefully I
Our
won't
current
splash anyone's shoes.
Waffenarsenal is a joke, and on top of that, the army was requisitioning from it.
Boy,
Should the
I'd
town
like some
reserve
white.
have worse weapons than any Räuber in the domain?
I apologise, sir.
Eldris?
Which wine?
I'm
Tokai.
saying that the bandits
That's the
who
white.
freed Hennig, the Dry Devil, used that thing. That Hackenbücher. Hand cannon. Can you believe it? Where did they get them?
You're the
Sir?
one who should know where they got them, since you're a gunsmith.
Thank you,
What
waiter.
are you implying, Friedrich? All I'm saying is that they had them, Herrgott. It is eine Schande when outlaws have better weapons
I'm sorry.
than the city garrison.
I wasn't paying
And Herr
attention.
König surely knows this too.
What is it, Eldris? You smell a deal?
What I smell is that your stubborn
I'd like
heads
some
do
monastery
not
wine.
realize
Refill
what
my cup, boy.
Schwierigkeiten this is. The Dry Devil is running free. There are Raubritter everywhere in the region.
I'd
We
like
have
to
the
oblige,
army
but
bearing down,
I'm
and
out.
you want
This
to
is
defend
unbelievable.
yourselves with a few rusty halberds.
And who is it you want to fight, exactly? The merciful King Sigismund is providing us with protection. isn't he?
Hey, waiter, pour me some monastery
His
wine.
army will not be here forever.
I apologise, sir.
Shut up!
Which wine?
The king
Red
can arrive
and
at
quickly.
any moment. What if he heard you?
What then? We're sitting atop the biggest silver heap in the kingdom, and we're supposed to defend it with brooms?
You're right, Eldris. But where can
Sir?
we get the coin for better equipment?
We can always confiscate the property of the king's enemies. Nicht wahr?
We are more than familiar with the jämmerlich state of our armory. And the king is surely aware of it as well. Maybe if he waived some of the taxes?
The king fears that this town will rise against him. He'll take the arming of the city's militia as a preparation for war.
So you suggest we just wait with arms crossed for the Raubritter to wreak havoc all around?
We can always ask the king to bring order to the realm with his army.
But then the Dörfler will rise up.
I'm afraid I see no solution of the current situation. We shall wait and see what His Majesty thinks about the matter. Maybe we can change his mind. Vielleicht?
I'd like to report to the Honorable Council on the cleanliness of the city and the state of the public baths.
You mean baths?
I'd like some monastery wine. Refill my cup, boy.
Isn't it the same thing?
I'd like to oblige, but I'm not
So,
allowed.
the
This is
cleanliness of the
unbelievable.
city is not what it should be. The current baths in the city fall far short of covering all the
everything all
citizens'
right?
needs.
You're right.
There's nothing you can do
We
about
do
it.
have the new
Come
baths in
closer.
Hopbrink, and Adam's old ones, but I hear the Hopbrink baths are more...
I need something from you. There is an item in my study that I confiscated from a female thief. She thought she could wriggle out of it by telling me who the item belongs to.
And what is it?
A silver goblet. She sneaked into Sir Ulrich's house. No one's noticed the theft yet. But if go and get it, and
The tax brings in some money for the town, yes.
I can't.
you're supposed to do what you...
What would you want?
If the town itself took charge of the baths, the profits would be much bigger.
Tokai.
And
a
all
full
the other
cup.
baths would chip in with their taxes, too.
What? More baths? Surely not.
The need for cleanliness and citizens' health should not be underestimated.
I apologise, sir.
Overestimated.
Which wine?
If someone
Okay.
needs washed, there's a
That's
river
the white-
just a few steps from the city walls.
Certainly. And they can get leeches there
I'll be
for
right
free
back.
as well. And while
the
he's
wine.
there, a man can shave and take a... you-know-what.
So what? Going to the baths is neither a civic duty nor a right.
Sir?
Have you forgotten the Black Death? A great many people
About
died
time.
needlessly.
Are you questioning God's plan? The Black Death had nothing to do with the baths, unless the Lord wishes to punish the wickedness that's going on in there.
Keeping the
fancy
city
some
clean is
Tokai.
important.
Refill,
But we
boy.
don't have money to spare. Arguing about who is
I'd
going
like
to
to
wash where and
oblige,
how
but I'm not
is a
allowed.
waste of
This is
time.
unbelievable.
I got word that Rutard has pulled off another deed.
That's nothing unusual. That old weasel will never accept that the city isn't run his way. At least until
Tokai!
His Majesty
And a full
honors us
cup.
with his visit. And as we know, Gunslin absolutely hates him.
He can hate all he wants, as long as he does no damage. Ulrich, what have you got to say about it?
Sir?
Me? Well, I'm not sure what you're
Well,
implying.
thank the
I'm
Lord.
speaking about the Rutard incident. You were there, weren't you?
Oh, that. Just a small misunderstanding. We've sorted it out and everything's settled.
My ears must be deceiving me. Are you defending Rutard?
Tokai, and a full
Besides,
cup.
if his men attacked yours, as I've heard, then we have a good reason to punish him.
What happened there?
Sir?
Leave nothing out.
I don't like Rutard, true, but
Thank you,
in this
waiter.
case it really was nothing.
Everyone in the city gossiped about it. I heard there were several dead.
Did you? That's grossly exaggerated.
I fancy some
I
Tokai.
don't think Rutard
Refill,
will
boy.
cause any trouble. He is sensible enough not to
Sir?
draw attention to himself while the king was here.
That's true.
Well, thank the Lord.
Because if we don't do something about him, the king himself will put an end to him, and soon.
Unless he puts an end to us first. God knows what he wants to tell us.
If nothing happened, There's no point in dwelling on it. Let's move on.
Things have got out of order in the town. Some adventurers decided to take the law into their own hands and restore the tradition of duels. It's not only barbaric, but also illegal. I could understand it with mercenaries, students, and other scum of all kinds, but city councillors?
Be specific.
Waiter, get me what?
Are you blaming one of us?
Ah, and look who spoke first.
Sorry.
First of all, it wasn't a duel.
Don't hang around me.
An honorable
Vanish,
combat.
you hear me?
And I didn't even
What's
take
wrong?
part in it.
And that's the
Are you
only
afraid everything
reason
will come
you're
out?
still here on the council and
I've
not
no
in the
idea
pillory.
what you're talking
If
about.
you want to blame
Keep
somebody,
to our agreement.
you should
Go.
point the finger at
We'll
the
see about
youngster
that.
here who's...
Excuse me?
Hey!
Ah,
A word!
never mind.
Refill,
I
sir?
suspect
Do you
the
think I come
gentleman
to the
from the
council
city
just to
sword
guzzle
fighting
wine?
school
Come
brought
here.
this custom to us. It's now run by the
What can I help you with, sir?
I left my gloves in the I took them off to pray, but then I rushed here and forgot to take them. I can't just get up and walk out now.
To accuse a swordsmaster without a shred of proof.
All right.
I knew I... While you're at... Because I'm bored.
B.
Proven offences are punished by the bailiff, and that's that. There are more pressing matters to deal with.
More pressing than the open contempt of the whole town garrison.
That
The
was
guards
easy enough.
are
And he
apparently
wanted me
settling
to count
accounts
the
their own
winged
way.
figures.
We'll soon be the laughing stock of the whole town.
So, let...
The town is already laughing at us.
I found your glove.
Really? And did you count those wing...
Reason.
My words exactly.
I counted 6.
And did you count all the monsters and animals?
Oh, I thought you meant only the...
Go back to serving wine.
You, a councillor, let people throw dirt on our work?
If I threw out everyone who complains over a beer, I'd soon be out of customers.
Ah, to hell with it. We'll never get anywhere like this. Why waste our time?
Since there's the eternal dispute over the cathedrals, the building of the church is dragging on, and in the meantime, they are calling diocesan pilgrimages to settlers, right under our noses. It's just a village with a monastery, and they are going to make a royal mining city. Why can't we build faster? Hire more craftsmen, start with night shifts.
Haven't you noticed there's a war going on?
I'll
Are
have a
the
cup of
experts
white.
from far off supposed
nice
to work
big
with the city under siege?
Besides, I get the feeling there's something other than the welfare of the city behind your complaints.
Oh, you do? Do you? And what would that be?
You, lad!
For instance,
You
that
look
you'd
familiar
like to,
to
have
me.
your own altar there.
Have we met?
So what if I would?
Well, naturally.
Hold your horses,
I go
gentlemen.
to your tavern almost
That
every day.
space in the side
Really?
nave is mine.
Then
You
hell
must
freezes
have
over, my
decent
friend.
wages to be able
Your
to
place
visit the
is at
best
least
tavern
2
in
steps
town
behind mine.
regularly.
A swordsmith dares to insult me? Ha! I think not.
Excuse me? You wanted to buy yourself an altar in the cathedral, just like you bought yourself a seat in this council.
How dare you?
Waiter!
I
pour me
acquired
red wine.
my seat for the services our guild provided and still provides to the crown.
Well, I hope you're not supplying equipment to the army. If that's all they have, they would be defeated by that bunch of ne'er-do-wells from the alehouse on Obrink.
What?
It's you?
ne'er-do-wells?
I
Those
see you've
wrestlers
come up in the
upstairs,
world.
of course.
From a bathhouse boy
People
to a
from the whole
waiter.
town go to watch them
You'll
brawl.
go a long way.
Oh, this is news to me.
I might make councillor one day.
You're a merry soul, lad. I like that.
All out.
Ah, yes, I had forgotten. What do we have to discuss next?
I'm telling you, something is being planned. Oh, I doubt it. No one's gonna tackle Rootard.
Azonal Juchek Össe, Elegiop Katonaikat, Ich Kelkinek Udra.
have nothing to fear. Not you.
And like this planet falls!
Come now, Father. Put a little life into your dying. I've seen more cheerful priests at funerals.
I'd rather be at one than here. I hoped I'd never see this fortress again.
Unpleasant memories?
You have no idea. I didn't part ways with...
And now you're 2 decades older and wiser. At your Ujit's parish, you spread the word of God to your flock, and you saved my neck and Henry's too. I'd say your father...
None of that matters a damn to him.
Who knows? Maybe that 20 years has changed a thing or two.
You know what? Let's drop the subject. Do you know any of the guests here?
Most of them I'm seeing for the first time in my life. It's a pretty varied company. We've had bandits, nobles, burghers, a priest, and even a rabbi coming together here. It's like the start of some joke.
Wait a moment. Rabbi, you say?
Yeah. He came with a retinue. Maybe you should go and welcome some of them.
I wouldn't be too sure. But I suppose I... Who's that French fellow?
The great Baron Brabant. Been everywhere, knows everything, and has the keys to half the kingdom. He's got more fairy tales than my old nanny.
Can he be trusted?
He's a blabbermouth, but a harmless one. Besides, he defended Kuttenberg. And you know, if he were on Sigismund's side...
How does it feel to breathe?
What can I say?
Or, until you become a...
No fear of that in my wine.
What do you plan to do now you're a...
What do you think? Get drunk, woo one of the local wenches, and wake up in the morning with no hose and a head...
Have you perchance forgotten we're supposed to be the same?
I'll leave that to the older and wiser. And duller.
Dear me. I'd rather creep off, but I suppose I'll have to introduce myself.
Indeed you should. After all, you are...
Oh, don't start with that. I'd like to...
In that case, you should sound out Radzig and Hanush and find out what...
I'm glad you finally accepted my invitation.
Good health to you.
Baron Vauclin, I am a what?
My word.
Mais non!
Have no fear.
I beg your pardon.
But you seek allies, no? Is it not in a sense, the friend of my friend is also my friend, and you say you know Henri? A likable boy, although...
Stand up, would you?
Jack's all pious and sighs in church like she's moved by the sermon. But she should do some reading on intemperance.
Such rare guests. One wouldn't expect to find among Christians representatives of your community. I'm Godwin.
Peace be with you. Neither would one expect a priest here. And yet...
How do you know I'm a priest?
It's not difficult to tell. After all, we have much in common. And we are both a little unfamiliar. I'm Yehuda, leader of the rabbinical court in the sacred... And this is Samuel, my aide.
Who would rather not be here at all.
Why did we have to come here, THÄTE? Can you not see everyone is...
Because we all need to help each other, and why would they not stare when you are frowning so?
Are you here to arrange...
We have more serious matters to attend. The situation. You have men and weapons.
Why are you telling this to a coin...
Everything in good time, Samuel. We have just arrived.
Did you come to lend money to the Lord?
Not to lend, but to give. Help given to the needy.
You don't even know if you can trust them. With that money, we could have paid mercenaries...
You remind me of my young friend Henry. He's a bit of a hothead too.
Henry? That messenger of Radzik Copula?
You know each other?
That would be him. But we did not get off to a very...
I reckon the two of you would hit it off. He's reliable. For a young stripling, he's been through plenty. It's not so long since his parents were killed in Skalitz. He was supposed to become a blacksmith, and instead, he's roaming the world.
Wait, a blacksmith, you say? From Skalitz?
Aye, that's right. Did you know anyone there?
I knew of someone. A blacksmith by the name of Martin.
My daughter knew him most, and that is why Samuel is in this world. For our numerous sins.
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like one. Ma raised me on her own.
And that was all for the best.
Why? He should have taken care of me, but instead he fathered another bastard.
Don't make hasty judgments. As far as I know, Martin didn't have any other children. At least, none of his own. He took in Henry, and raised him as his own, on the orders of the Lord of Skalitz, Sir Radzik Copula, Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20 other mamsas.
That boy's blood father denied him, just like yours did to you.
A person can't choose their parents. And Henry only found out about it recently.
Enough. I'd rather have a drink. Will you have one too, THÄTE?
For that, there will be more suitable times.
Good health.
L'chaim.
Dear friends and allies, in these troublesome times, you all know why we're here. The question remains, what to do next? Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary, and here, too, he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess. Are we seriously gonna wait and cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame? A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That whole sun won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Or end with nothing?
Not going to die.
Friends, we'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
Well, that went just as expected.
And to yours.
I would have expected a bit. He made an amateur's mistake. By the way, I'm John of Liechtenstein.
That's not a thing I've ever boasted.
I have my source. From what I've heard about you, I'd judge you could be quite
Is that so?
Indeed. And that's why I'd like to ask something of you.
As it happens.
Excellent. I expect we can agree that Jobst's plan... And the way it stands at the moment, he'll never get the support of the council. But I have an idea how...
Well, I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up and satisfy the ones who want...
We'll sit and wait quietly until But we'll be waiting in the military camp of our huge new...
When Sigismund sees that, he'll be off to Hungary all the sooner.
Exactly. Sigismund's army is demoralized and weakened. He's able to tackle fortresses that aren't able to defend themselves.
But he can't retreat either.
And that's exactly why we'll wait until he's called back to... For the plan to work, we need allies. Their money. We just need negotiators who'll...
Are you saying you set everything in motion?
More like in parallel. If we find support and make it...
Why are you doing...
Because I want to put a stop... And also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on the Bohemian throne.
You've got an interest...
You're certainly not the first to tell me that.
I'll help you.
I'll give you 3 names. Bocek of Kunstadt, Hamann Alder, and Anna of... If you can get those 3 on our side. Meanwhile, I'll take care of...
What if it doesn't work?
I refuse to even consider that outcome.
Why me?
Because you've got a head on your... You and your friend Henry, there aren't many like you.
Tell me a bit more about...
Certainly.
Bocek of Kunstadt. I know the name, but I...
That's just the thing. He doesn't play the big game. He always goes for the sure thing. But once he's made his mind up, not even a pair of oxen will hold him back.
Alder the Alderman.
He still is. Only he's here, instead of cozying up with Sigismund in Kut, but he'll continue to have a strong
Anna of Waldstein.
Wenzel Bartosz. And I'm not
I was quite surprised to see her here.
A male affair? Anna is holding back, but don't trust appearances. She's got claws.
And what use can she be to us?
She's as sharp as they come when it comes. There are wicked tongues, and that it was thanks...
I'll get on it then.
I wish us both...
Success.
Friend? Nobody has the likes of these.
Not even... I'd like to check your horses out and see if they're as good as you...
Ha! Even better. But you won't believe it until you see for yourself.
And you might not believe your eyes when you do... Well, well.
I wanted to...
You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without it by your leave. Or to arrest my guests some more?
I want to have a word with Alder.
Well, I'm having a word with you.
I'll talk to you later, Father. This is important.
You're in my home, so you'll talk to me first. What is it you want?
Is that your...
Unfortunately. Speak.
I came with a delegation from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Is this a joke?
Why so strict, Martin?
20 years ago, he was nothing but a cheeky brat, only interested in wenches and booze. I got him a place at the Archbishopric to have some sense beaten into his head. Only it wasn't long before they kicked him out. And then I find out he's settled in some backwater parish in Sassau. But he took his boozing and whoring along with him, lost everything, and then came creeping home again. Huh?
Try saying it again a little louder. They might not have heard you in the outer courtyard.
You have the impertinence to show me your face after the way you disgraced our whole family?
You're exaggerating, like you've always done.
Me? Exaggerating? Your horse wandering around as if they...
Oh, actually, anything fun was strictly banned under your roof. But maybe you ought to try it yourself sometime.
You're dishonoring your...
I can't dishonor someone who has no honor. If you had any...
That's enough!
Christopher.
You won't get away with those insults. I challenge you...
We've never met, and we have no cause to be enemies.
You've got no other option. You insult...
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for violence. I can have a word in private with Lord Odorin, the second, as he desires.
Out of the question. This uncouth... And he's got plenty to learn from...
You want satisfaction? You'll get... Suit yourself, then. We'll fight. Come to the outer courtyard.
After you.
Well, that's that.
Shouldn't we rather...
No. Christopher would sort it out. You'll...
Make room for us. We'll just settle a very private matter. It's an honorable duel, man against man. Stay back.
Yeah. Smile, you fuck! While you've still got teeth.
Yeah. Take that.
Just like in Kosovo. Charge and no mercy!
Yeah. Show your stuff. Yeah.
You don't know which end of that thing is up.
Not bad for a priest.
Smile, you fuck! While you've still got teeth.
Yeah.
Swing with your whole arm, not just your wrist.
I'll sort you out nicely.
Just like in Kosovo.
Yeah.
Charge and no mercy.
Yeah.
Up to the right side. You've got a gap there I can drive a cart through. What's wrong with your legs?
You're fast.
Just like in Kosovo. Charge and no mercy. Left arm lower. Stand firm.
Not bad for a priest.
Otherwise, the first strike will put you on your arse. Smile, you fuck, while you've still got teeth.
Hey, who taught you that?
Look in my eyes, not at my sword.
Not bad for a priest.
I might be old, but I'm not written
You're
off.
fast. That was sneaky. Did they teach you that in the seminary? Enough! That will do.
God bless. God be with you.
My God. Father always said you were a good-for-nothing boozer. But you could teach sword fighting in a school.
I was in a war. Right after the... And you ought to know yourself. No.
Aye. Well...
So Father would be only he'll never be satisfied.
I thought he was the way he was because...
I know when I was 6 years old, he wouldn't talk to me for a week because I'd let him down.
The first time he took me hunting, he let me starve for 3 days until I was able to shoot my first hare.
Only 3 days. He got soft.
I always wondered who you were.
Look, I really did fuck up everything I could. I brawled and boozed until the... But now, I have a chance to put...
And that's why you want to talk to Alder.
I've got to get him on our side and...
Aren't we all on the same side?
Maybe everyone's saying that. But it's time to put...
Actually,
I don't think you should even attempt it.
What else can I do, though?
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out for sure.
All right, then. It's a nice idea, but we can't wait around without an army.
Only no one's going to pay for one, because that would be an outright admission of rebelling against Sigismund.
Alder's got some clout with the councillors and burghers who are loyal to Sigismund. If he agrees, they'll follow.
I expect Alder's not the only one you're after.
You got that right.
Leave Alder to me. The plan sounds sensible, and he's no fool.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime. Mind where you're going.
God be with you, my friend.
God be with you, noble. There's something...
God be with you.
Your diplomatic support.
No beating around the bush, eh?
Margrave Yob's plan has some gaps, milady. We need to gather enough resources to...
To muster an army that Margrave can't afford on his own?
Christ. Be praised. You're astute.
I should say so. All sorts of people have their eyes on my money, and divining their intentions is a necessity. Although, between the two of us, it isn't hard to figure out what Liechtenstein is after.
Hit the nail on the head again, Mom.
I am rarely mistaken.
I'd say you have a better nose for people than most of this crowd.
Not only for people, but also for good food and wine. And beneficial deals.
Then you're in the right place. This...
The wine here is average. The cooks lack imagination. And I have yet... So, to the point. What is it that Liechtenstein wants from me?
Nothing more than support and resources for...
Nothing more? I'd say that's plenty. And why ask me?
It's not only your money. You're well able to negotiate and trade.
Then I'd be helpful to you on two fronts. If you want me to support you, you must give me a good reason.
Do you have something in particular?
Well, one of the guests here...
Who's that?
Haman Al... Now, if you were to switch these papers for the ones he brought...
I'm supposed to rob an ally.
Haman Alder was given the documents to deliver to the council. He hasn't yet had a chance to look at them, so he won't even...
And these papers,
My relatives somehow dug up some trade contracts between myself...
You were dealing with the enemy?
They were not the enemy at the time. My conscience is clear, but I'll rest easier when those papers are in my hands.
Have you fallen out with the
No. Alder is innocent in the matter. My relatives from the House of Bart, they're disappointed that I dared outlive and the fact that I'm handling his estate.
And the papers I'm supposed...
Just insignificant documents. If the incriminating ones disappear...
All right, I'll help you. Or at least...
Alder will surely have the papers in his saddle. Bring them to me. But watch yourself. Order it.
For his final performance. I hope there'll be no singing. I've had a few nightingales.
Godwin, you wouldn't be... We didn't have much time for conversation on the way here.
With pleasure, sir. What are you...
Well, but, all going well, We may be, as long as we proceed without prior agreement and mutual support.
I couldn't help but notice you...
To put it mildly, but not to do him an injustice. Although, if they didn't pull each other out of trouble, God knows where they'd be.
Wise words. Still, Henry...
You know, I am.
May God grant him... Where did you leave Sir Divish?
Haven't you heard? Lady, no one even imagined Divish would... Godwin.
Well...
Exactly why we mustn't push too hard.
Sir Bochek, I need...
A man hardly puts his cup to... Yobs comes up with a plan.
On the contrary.
Does that improve me?
A few thousand only in order to get them.
You've got my attention, but...
Are we not on the...
We are, but an alliance is...
Doesn't that seem to...
If you hesitate to kiss... I have a lot of property. I can't risk it...
So you need guarantees that you won't be left standing in the cold.
My guarantee is called Yit. If I succeeded in marrying her off to another stronghold...
Maybe it's enough to find a suit...
Perhaps someone of suitable standing who Yitka...
I believe Lichten...
And an uncertain party. Besides, he's inconvenient for Sigismund. Yitka could end up being a pawn to blackmail both...
I'd be honored to oblige.
Forget about it. Even if by some miracle you could manage to...
How about young...
He's a youngster still.
Maybe you're right. I reckon he's not ready for marriage yet.
No man of any age ever is. But it's especially true for young rascals like that one. On the other hand, the Lords of Lipa have a good reputation. Maybe it's...
So...
You're selling the skin of... First, I want a confirmation.
And what if Lord Cape...
I don't care what the young lord thinks. If he agrees, I'll be... The kingdom will not forget his son.
My God, what?
You...
Oh, these grand arrows. I'd be happier if...
But then you'd miss all. It seems Licht...
And how's he gonna do it?
Well...
The only approach that'll work with Sigismund is...
Let's hope young Lord Capon manages to stay free for a while longer.
That's one thing you can always... In that case, it'll...
A lot of people, whether...
Oh, that's... Well, Sigismund confiscated, not to mention... It's like I'm invisible.
Sir Hanush!
You do?
I've gained...
And who is it?
On the contrary!
Couldn't start? By Christ, how the hell did you...
Well, there's one little catch. I had to
Out with it.
Lord Kunstad has a niece, so... I arranged a betrothal for young Lord Capon, with your blessing if you agree.
Hans Capon is to marry Yitka of Kunstad. Godwin, you conniving old...
Oh, fuck.
I don't believe it. So, young Hans is to marry Kunstad's daughter?
Niece.
If you're serious, I'll make sure that you get the rat out.
Or you could make me the abbot of Sassa. Or what about a...
Forget it. Soon I'll be paying for... Not a word to Hans. I want to tell him myself. But let's drink to it, shall we?
Cheers!
Cheers to you.
Sir Bochek, you need...
So Hanush agrees.
Indeed.
Then I will fulfill my...
Thank you.
Enough formality.
Cheers to the beautiful...
Here's to a good bar...
So you're jealous of me, or what?
I've got those papers.
Quiet!
My lady, here they are. You're welcome.
As agreed.
Thank you. No.
Yes, quite.
How could I
And to the success...
I'm still hoping it works out.
Gentlemen, I think we can...
Is this supposed...
Like I said, tell me, Godwin of the House of Odorin, what news do you...
I bring nothing from the House of Odorin. But the widow of Waldstein and Sir Bojek of Kunst...
Both of them. Good heavens, what did you...
This is going to be a long story, and I could use...
It would seem that we have all benefited from the break in these proceedings. New alliances have been formed. And I have also changed my plans. We shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord. But we will wait with an army at our backs.
Yes! And how are we to raise an army? Wasn't it made clear at the meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak, and that we could not find common ground. But that has now changed.
King Wenceslas is, by the will of God, the Balbatim of all his subjects. Not only the Christians, our community, and not only ours, will give you coin.
The Kuttenberg houses are still loyal to King Wenceslaus, and we stand with Lord Ruthard.
And if that's not enough, the houses of Leipa and Kunstadt will unite and march side by side.
My niece, Yitka, will take young Lord Capon as her husband.
Lords Kunstadt, Hanush, Radzig, and I will set out immediately. God willing, we will be back within 3 weeks, along with an army.
Now those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I still believe that words are more powerful than swords. And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas.
After we conquered the city, you promised to restore order immediately. And then I find out things are even more disordered than before.
Your Majesty, we are sorry. We will put it to rights.
You've already said that. I want to hear real solutions.
We will put more guards on the roads and toughen penalties. We can have a few captured bandits executed as an example to others.
We do not care about bandits. We care about rebellious nobles and burghers. What will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town administration, the rebellious miners, and the dismal yields? And how is it even possible that a rebellion against the king is smoldering here in the city?
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jewish quarter, from right under your noses. Why haven't you done anything?
We don't know who is behind this. Without evidence, we cannot punish them.
Otto von Berghoff did not ask questions in Prague either. He acted. And I advise you to do the same. Find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere, point them to the Jewish quarter, and give them free rein to do anything. The city's Jewish community was and still is on Wencesla's side. They need a warning.
We do not even have enough men to...
Marquardt, could you spare a few men for a while?
Of course, sire. I'll assign them to Eric. He'll take care of it.
So you see, all you have to do is make sure the city rebel get their share. You could at least manage that, couldn't you? And if the thought should cross your minds that you would get rid of the debts to the Jewish moneylenders this way, forget about it. Your debts will remain, up to the last groschen. Only now you owe us directly. And while we are on the subject of money, has the yield from the mines finally matched last year's?
Sire, the deposits are dwindling, and mining...
Don't take us for a fool. They'll stop rebelling when you pay them.
Your Majesty, we can't do that.
Silence! How dare you oppose the kingdom? You're a bunch of incompetent sycophants! Chicken shit!
I apologize, sire. I'll do everything in...
All I hear from you over and over again are excuses and prevarication. And results? I therefore placed the city council under the authority of Sir Marquardt von Aulitz, who is present here, with immediate effect. He will make sure you finally do your duty.
But, sire, that would be a violation of the privileges granted to us as a free mining town.
Silence! I am the only guarantor of your rights. You have to earn your privileges, not hide behind them. During my brother's reign, this idleness was perhaps tolerated. But that is over now. You were given a few simple tasks. But instead of working on them, you idled in the baths and lined your pockets. And let the traitors cast their nets undisturbed. But unlike my brother, and I assure you, I do not distinguish between... You have 2 weeks to restore order and I want clear and you answer only to me and Sir Marquardt von Aulitz now. No one else. The council is dismissed. You, don't go anywhere, boy. Be so kind and remain here. Our throat has become rather dry. And we still wish to speak with our friend von Aulitz.
Yes, sire. As you wish, sire.
Between the two of us, Marquardt, was I not perhaps too harsh on them? And speak candidly, we have had enough of false flattery.
Sire, you were harsh, and rightfully so. These councillors, they need to be shown their place. You suffered their insolence for far too long. And the same is true.
What kind of a donkey have they sent me? Are you only deaf or complete? I've never been so ashamed in my life. And in front of the king. Get out.
Between the two of us, Marquardt, was I not perhaps too harsh on them? And speak candidly, we have had enough of...
What kind of a... Are you... Get out.
Between the two of us, Marquardt, was I not perhaps... Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against him. We are glad he's not here. He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had heeded him. You tend to us as if we were infirm. Boy, pour us a monastic wine. The monks had a good meal. The Hungarians are rebelling. Our army is falling apart, and we have enemies here on all sides. Would we had a proper army instead of human mercenaries. They cannot be relied upon. And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago. Thank you. It is a good year. If our father were still alive, he would have been astonished by the mess that a few years of Wenceslas' reign brought to us. With a single word, he would have put the nobility in their place, and the country would flourish. God grant him eternal glory. You say the others will be brought into line, but what do you know of them? We know only a few of them. But there's a fortress standing on every damn hill here. What side are their lords on? If only Wenceslas were not such a stubborn ass, and relinquished that throne that he has no use for anyway. The nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a puppet out of him. First, they'd have to be willing to make peace, at least among themselves. Jobs does everything he can to sow chaos, so that he himself emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red, boy. Maybe. But first I'll have to conquer a few more cities, and get a couple more lords on my side. Then they take the threat of war seriously. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a wasp nest, then Hungary is a viper's lair.
You will follow in his footsteps, sire, as soon as you get the chance.
But the wine is good here. To your health, Margaret. And to your health too, boy. May your children grow in a land ruled by a good king. You did a good job, waiter. You can be proud of yourself.
To your health, Your Majesty.
First, we need to crack down on the biggest troublemakers. He and Ruthard are in it together. Once we get Oderlin, we can handle Ruthard easy. Rabosh will be yours. After all, Otto has already got Malishov.
I appreciate your confidence, sire.
But the devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
For the king, red wine.
No, we shall have white. We have had enough of red.
White. Quickly.
I think von Berghoff's little contraption will find its use again.
I have some suggestions for our candidate.
Not so fast, my friend. It's a wondrous tool, but we can't rely on it forever.
To bring it here to the square and point it at the city hall? Those sycophants would only benefit from a warning like that.
It's a splendid idea, but it won't be necessary. The councillors are quite fearful enough already that they can hide nothing from us.
There's been enough fretting, sire. You shall see. Soon we will drink to the conquest of another fortress.
You are right. So then, to victory. And you, boy, will you drink with us? So that you shall have something to tell your children and grandchildren.
No, sire. It would be inappropriate for me to drink with you. I apologize.
As you wish. To your health, Marquardt. And to our upcoming victory.
Didn't you say that Lord Kronstadt was guarded then?
So what? Left a long time ago.
Was die Mädchen in Ordnung? Parish priestess going to sweating at the altar. Nearly dropped his soul. Hallelujah, hallelujah,
That fella's staggering drunk.
How would you like a wine, Shivan?
The art of wine recipes, I myself, even the king himself.
I expect his
best this wine. Give me a...
Yet another. The sausages were also delicious. And when those two go...
I'd like to drink a toast. So, to brighter touching, come now.
I never had one.
Truly?
Not a bit.
In that case, in quite simple, fuck.
I've got a tongue like a slice of weak old bread after all.
Well, get something wet.
His lordship is so unsteady on his legs.
To hell with that keg. I had my eye on him all evening and left the rest of us to...
You can bet on it. I've got a...
I don't doubt it.
I haven't eaten so well in a long time.
Singers, like you twat. Keep going.
So you keep saying...
The sooner he's gone, the sooner life returns to its country.
Let's drink to that.
To King Wenceslas.
Come on, finished?
Pull up your skirt, and I'll be done.
Forget it.